Okay, GladrapChannel, you're with Joseph Parker. Joseph, quickly, I just want to ask you, David Nyika, he suffered a tough knockout against Jai. You've gone through with Joe Joyce and stuff. Like, what advice can you offer David,
David is a very talented fighter, and that fight with Jai, David was sort of like a last-minute opponent, 4 weeks before the fight, 5 weeks before the fight. So he did get time to prepare, but David is still fresh in his professional career compared to what Jai has done. David is so talented that he can come back and he can get some good wins under his belt, and he can compete at the top level. I've seen David in England, more conspiring with top fighters and having his way. So it's a bad night. It was a bad night in the office, but that's not going to determine his career. What's going to determine his career is his strength to come back from that, to build back, and to give the best account of himself moving forward. But he's so talented, I think he'll come back with a bang.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where I actually did see him wobble Jai, when he did run.
Jai wobbled, yeah, of course, because David does possess power. And he's also very athletic. He runs a lot, he trains hard, he puts in the work, and now it's his time to come back and show his bounce back.
So, do you think maybe the fight was on short notice? Do you think maybe a rematch should be on the way?
I think Jai is looking to do other things at the moment, like unify the cruiserweight division. I think he's talking about fighting Zurdo next, Jai Opetaia. But David's got his own pathway. And you never know, they might meet back in the future when they're both at the top, when David makes it to the top again.
We saw you in the ring with Sonny, and you sort of was imitating Paul Gallen quite well. You sort of kind of know he's predictable. Were you able to offer anything useful to Sonny over there? Yeah.
I think you can offer advice and you can offer something that may be useful, but he's got his own team and he's got people around him who have come up with a game plan and what they're working on. So you never want to interrupt, but you can just, if you can be there to support and if you can be there to cheer him on, then that's what I want to do.
Yeah, and do you like Sonny? How long is your relationship gone?
Sonny and I go way back.
Yeah.
And he's always been generous to me and those around me, even my dad. And he's invited us into, when they had a game in Hamilton when he was playing for the Chiefs. We were able to go down and watch him live play on the field. And I was able to watch him fight, I see, back in 2012 against Till. And it'll be nice if I could watch him again live with this fight coming up. I think it's going to be, he's putting in the work, he's training hard, he's with a great team. He's with Jai Opetaia and his dad. Jai's a killer.
Uncle Tap.
So
yeah.
he's learning not only the boxing side of things, but mental side of things, but also being aggressive, being assertive, and being confident in himself.
We see you fighting in Riyadh a lot. What's your relationship with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh?
I text him now and then, but more so Spencer Brown, David Higgins, and Andy and George. That's the people that sort of deal with the fights that I have moving forward.
Who's George? You keep mentioning? Okay.
George Lockhart. He's my strength conditioning trainer, my nutritionist, also does all the recovery. Andy does all the boxing, and we're a great team. We work well together, we enjoy what we do, and we just want to have big fights and more fights.
My last question to you is, you're so close to your dream, of winning the championship of the world. It could be Usyk, it could be Daniel Dubois. Is there anyone you prefer? Is there an easier fight, or do you?
Whatever fight's available, Usyk and Dubois are fighting, so whoever's next on the list, whoever's the next best on the list, I'll fight. And then just keep going down the list until I can find someone I can fight.
Okay. Who do you see as the more dangerous opponent, though? Usyk or Dubois?
I believe Usyk. I believe Usyk is a great fighter. Dubois is a changed fighter from his first fight. But then this is why we had the rematch, to see whether Dubois can overcome what he got stopped with a jab.
Yes.
He did. A lot of people were also questioning the body shot. I think it was a low blow.
Me too.
And it was below the belt, but a lot of people were saying it was a legal shot. So this is going to determine, whether it was a fluke, that shot, or whether Usyk was just a master.
Well, wishing you all the best, and praying that you do get that belt, become the two-time world champion. Thank you so much.
Two-time. That'll be nice, eh?
Yeah.
Two-time.
Yeah. Thank you very much, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you.
Yeah. And now, any advice?
Any advice?
Yeah.
Be a good dad.
Cool.
Advice is time. what children need is time, and you can't give them. You can give them whatever they want, but all they want is your time and your attention.
But then, how do you manage the time with 6 children? Like one is a handful.
You have to have a good schedule, which I do have. I run in the morning, I spend time with the family, I help out at home, and I train in the evenings. And as long as you have a good balance in life, I think everything is perfect.
I'm asking for more advice as time goes on.
As time goes on, and as your child gets older and older, I'll be here to give you advice.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Home.
I shall
Wow,
visit.
yeah. I told him to call you for the wedding. He didn't call you.
You have to change the name
JP.
to Joseph.
No, I got your name behind.
Just a small favor.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Nice talking.